Okay, so step two of creating a product launch is actually creating the launch itself. So in step one, we added the product to our product database, and now we are going to add the respective launch. We're going to do the same launch for the product we just added. So we're going to go find the product, and we're going to click launch. Now this first page, it's going to bring in all the product details that we just went over. If you remember, we changed that product price so it matches the listing, and everything else we kept the same. The platform is the platform you're driving the traffic to. Okay, so Amazon right now, we're going to have Walmart, Target, eBay, Etsy in the near future. So right now we're just going to choose Amazon. The giveaway price. Okay, so this is what our buyers are going to be paying after the cashback offering that you send them. Okay, that's important to remember. So if it's zero, that means that this is going to be effectively a free product after that cashback offering. So that would mean that you're paying $55.96 for every purchase of this product. Okay, you can do up to 10% here. I'm sorry, 90% off, which is 10% of the product price. Okay, so $5.59 in this example is what you can do for this product offering, and that means our buyers are going to pay $5.59 after they get the cashback offering. So the cashback offering is going to be $55.96 less that $5.59. So you're actually going to be sending, $49 and change to this buyer. Okay. We generally keep this zero. Our buyers are used to free products. So if you don't know what to charge here, I would just recommend keeping it zero. It's going to appeal to the most buyers that way. And it's going to get you the most traffic. Okay. The last thing here is the public or private launch exposure. Some of our sellers opt to only have their offering displayed to a select buyer network. So if it's private launch exposure, it's going to be available to a very select pool of buyers, usually about 30 to 50% of our buyers. And these are our most trusted buyers that have been with us for a select amount of time, that have done deals with us in the past. And it's not going to be exposed to everybody and their mother. It's just going to be our private buyers. Alternatively, public is going to be all of our buyers. So anybody who signs up to our buyer network will have this offering that they can choose. Okay, I would recommend just keeping this public unless you want to keep it more underground, in which you can choose the private exposure. Okay, this module, I'm going to go over this, spend some time on this because this is really important. So this is the structure of your launch. Okay, it's going to default to uniform and start date today. I would keep it like that. Okay, so if you choose the number of days here, let's say 3 weeks. That's kind of the sweet spot, is a 3-week giveaway. And generally, sellers do about 10 to 20 giveaways per day. That's really the sweet spot. Okay, so if we did 10 per day for 21 days, we could do 210 giveaways. Alternatively, we can do a custom launch for that same period of time. And let's say we want to work up to 20 giveaways a day, starting at 5. This is what we call a staircase type of launch. And then we could work up to 20 a day. And then on the back end, we can drop down to 10 a day. And what this is a reverse staircase on the back end. And the reason I did that was intentional, so we could flip on this evergreen feature. If you do 100 units, right, if you're on the brand expander or brand master tiers, you have this evergreen launch capability. Okay, and what this does is this will extend your launch for up to 50% of your initial units on the back end as an evergreen launch. Okay, so this is a really, really good feature that you should take advantage of. Okay, so to do this, what we would look at is 50% of our initial launch giveaways, which is about 180 and change, let's say. So we could do up to 10 a day, 10 units a day, let's say for 18 days. And that will do this, what I call a drip campaign or an evergreen campaign for 18 days after the launch concludes. So what this does is this will mitigate the rank drop that comes when you abruptly end a product launch. Okay, so we have our initial campaign here driving traffic, and then it drops off to 10 a day. And then we have this drip campaign doing 10 units a day for 18 days. Alternatively, you could do 36 days and do 5 a day. right? And this will still drive traffic to your primary keyword or link to continue getting traffic to your listing long after the launch concludes, okay? So this is how you would set it up. And then go to the next step here. And this is where you add your keywords or your special link. So the two options to drive traffic, either keywords or special link, really there's, no right or wrong way to do this. Special link, you could use a rotator, you could use a super URL, a special URL, a magic link, whatever you want. It's up to you how you want to drive traffic to your product listing. If you don't have a special link, I just recommend using keywords. The general rule of thumb is to find keywords that are in your product title. These keywords in your title are going to be or should be your top keywords, your primary, your secondary, your tertiary keywords, right? All your most important keywords. So if you don't know what keywords to target, look in your listing title. They'll give you hints at which keywords are most important. So for this listing, I pulled 3 keywords that I think are probably most relevant based on the title. And of course, you can use software to find the most relevant keywords, or you can reach out to us. If you click this chat down here and say, hey, can I get keywords recommendations for, and then if you type in your ASIN, if I can spell, if you type in your product ASIN, what we'll do is we have a whole team that does keyword research. So we'll research the right keywords for you and we'll get back to you. Okay, and the last thing is choose how many giveaways you want to do for each of these keywords. So for this, it's generally based on the volume. So if this backpack cooking kit has the majority of your search volume, you would want to do the most giveaways here. So let's say 250 here. Camping cooking kit might be the second most popular, so we might want to do 75 here. And then of course the third popular being carrying cooking sack, so we'll do 50 there. Okay, then in the final step, you choose the pay-as-you-go feature, and this will only charge you when these offerings are purchased from your e-commerce store and subsequently cashback offering to our buyers, right? So it's kind of a simultaneous thing. They buy the product from your store, they enter in their order number on our software, and then you are charged for that offering, right? So it happens simultaneously, so you're really never in a cash flow negative situation, right? You don't have to pay for this entire cost up front. The cost here, the way that's calculated is this is your initial units that you're giving away, and this is the evergreen giveaways, and then the product cost for these. So keep in mind, you're going to get all this back in the form of sales revenue when they buy the product from your store. Okay, that's important to remember. And then you have our fees here. So because this is a demo account and we have this on a brand master tier, there's a certain number of giveaways that are given to you on those tiers, right? If you're on the brand starter tier, you're going to have to pay here. It's going to be $4.95 per giveaway. If you are on a brand expander or master tier and you see fees here, keep in mind they're just estimated. If you have giveaway credits remaining for that month, it's going to use the giveaway credits before it's going to charge you. So these are just estimates, so keep that in mind. Okay, and the last thing is the 5% pass-through. This is so we can reimburse our buyers. And then you're going to have the total estimated launch cost, right? And again, these are charged per transactions every time a buyer purchases it. So it's a pay-as-you-go, right? You don't have to pay all of this up front, okay? So you're going to go ahead and agree, TOS and private policy, and then you're going to submit the launch. The second you submit it, it's going to go to our administrative platform for review. And generally speaking, we're going to be able to push it live within 60 to 120 minutes if it's during regular business hours, which is 9 to 5 Eastern. If it's outside regular business hours or it's a holiday or it's the weekend, it'll take a little bit longer, so keep that in mind. We check about once or twice daily on the weekends, but we have to review your launch to make sure everything looks good before pushing it live. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions. Reach out to us on this chat feature if you need to, and hopefully this was informative. Thanks.